Green Day actually helped me to be a better guitar player. This is IkeGuitar, let's dive right in. Now, Green Day has been around for a long time. 1987 is when they got their start, and their 7th studio record, American Idiot, is one of the best punk rock records of all time and really catapulted Green Day into success in the mainstream. But the Jesus of Suburbia song, the second track on the record, is particularly good because I've been using it to really improve my power chord techniques. Because the song is in C sharp, it makes it very difficult to play power chords accurately, because if you miss the power chord, you're going to hear it in the song. Let's dive in and show you guys how I coordinate proper power chord technique on this incredible song. So this song is really big on the punk rock power chord motif. You guys have heard punk rock chords, I'm sure, a lot of power chords in punk rock. And the easy way to play a power chord, if you guys didn't know, is just to take your 1, your index finger, and your ring finger, and go 1 and 5 on the first 2 strings, E and A. Now, to give your power chord a little more body, you can actually add a pinky underneath the ring finger to add that octave. It's a little bit more beefy than... So that's what they do in this Green Day song, essentially. So because we're in C sharp, we're going to be playing a lot of sharp power chords. And because the guitar isn't tuned in a sharp tuning, if you mess up a power chord, you're going to hear it. Let me show you some messed up power chords. That one's not so bad, but here's the A sharp. If you mess up an A sharp and don't play the A sharp power chord correctly, you're going to hear it. Here's that G sharp power chord. Here's that F sharp power chord. The whole point of the song is going to help develop your technique in power chording, because if you mess up, you're totally going to hear it. Now, when you're playing power chords, it's important that you don't play any other strings except for the power chords, because you can tell if I'm going to play this A sharp and I miss a few strings, the whole audience is going to hear it. That's what makes it really tricky. A couple things you can do about muting your power chords is that when you put your pinky down, just envelope it across the next string in the series. So if you're playing an E root bar chord, your pinky should be muting the G string. If you're going to play an A root power chord, your pinky should be muting the actual B string. And you can mute the E string in an A root power chord by just taking your index finger and pushing up a little bit so that the meat part of your finger, the tip part, mutes that E string. So as far as power chord technique is concerned, I can only tell you guys that once you have your muting technique down, to just practice and practice and practice it, because you do not want to be on stage and your power chords fail you. Power chords are super easy because they let you guys sing and play these driving melodies with just a couple of chord shapes, but what you'll find is that nothing's going to beat you guys just woodshedding your power chords into the dirt until you have them down. Now, when Billie Joe Armstrong, the lead singer of Green Day, actually plays his power chords, I'll link in the description some MTV concerts to give you guys an idea of how Billie Joe plays these songs live. But one thing I do want to keep in mind is that when he plays his power chord, it's really odd. What it looks like when I zoom in here, I'll play the standard power chord. What it looks like he's got going on is he's barring the entire set of strings, but he's got his knuckle of his middle finger underneath his guitar neck, and then he just swaps these two. Now that'll take a little bit of work to work on, but I definitely can't hear the other strings when I play them. But can you imagine like playing like that? I would lose my hand so fast. I'd have to work on that if I wanted that kind of power chord technique. So that's my challenge to you guys. Go play a really fun punk rock song that you guys like this Green Day song, and really work on nailing down the technique for your power chords. You guys, I know it seems mundane, and power chords are the easiest thing in the world, but to play them well, you really have to practice them like any other skill in guitar playing. Power chords take skill, maybe not as much skill as some other things, but you would hate to be in a concert and your power chords totally fail you. So be sure to practice up. Something really cool I learned while learning a Green Day song this week. Thought I'd share it with you guys. Guys, if you like this video, please consider subscribing. I make guitar videos all the time. You don't want to miss a single episode. Now, Green Day has a lot of records out there, but I think American Idiot holds a special place in a lot of our hearts, especially growing up in the early 2000s. But guys, we'll see you guys later. Go work on those power chords, and we'll see you soon. Peace out.